そんなにこの尻尾が気になる？そしたら切るから。
悪くこの大口赤身が食らってやる。
Hello, hello, ahoy, hoy, how's your hammer hanging? Welcome back for another video from Foxy Moron Videos with me, Fox. This time I'm doing a very different video in a game called Onigiri, or Onigiri Online as it's also sometimes referenced. I'm going to be doing quite an unusual video in this. Going to be taking out one of my partners for a spin in a dungeon called Momiji Well on Hell difficulty. Probably going to make no sense at all to people who've not played this game. Dungeons come in 3 difficulties: normal, hard and hell. Difficulties increase levels of the monsters in each dungeon as well as the number, and Momiji Well is quite well known in this game at least for having lots of monsters, particularly in the boss room, which instead of being a boss is a swarm of monsters. The partner I'm taking there is a assist type partner, Satan Girl, also referred to as Satan Chan. She's quite sadistic, very vicious, but so that'll be quite interesting. She tends to attack everything on sight, so that'll be quite fun. I'm taking a mount with me, this giant kind of flaming dog thingy called Ifrit. Except that, as you can see, I've named mine Drigger, which, yes, is a reference to Beyblade. You see my other mounts. I've got a green unicorn Fujin, which I've named Unicoleon, and this giant white wolf, Oguchi Makami's original name, I decided to call it Warborg. Yes, I'm a nerd. I don't care. So, I'm going to be doing Momiji Well, which is about mid-stage dungeon, I think, in the area of Kaga, and I'm going to let Satan Girl do most of the work there, because it's quite fun watching her go ballistic, which will give me a little bit of time to try and talk about the game as much as I can anyway. Onigiri was launched in 2014 to some rather mixed reviews, I have to admit. I joined early in 2015, I believe, so the game was still quite new then. It's not without its errors and bugs, not without its glitches, but there are worse games out there, I should imagine. I believe it's this one I want. Yes, it is. It's a Japanese MMORPG, but I guess that depends on how you define massive multiplayer. It's not that many players, a few thousand I believe. And that's Ifrit there, on fire, or Trigger I should say. And Satan Chan in her idol outfit, which I bought recently. Make a bit of a change from her original outfit, which is kind of bland looking. Once the monster spawn in, she goes absolutely ballistic. She loves to kill things. So that's basically the plan for this video, just let her kill everything. And she is just going ape. So you can already see why I like letting her kill things. She does not know what mercy is, she does not know how to hold back. So, well, that's a glitched weapon. That happens pretty much all the time in Onigiri. That's one of them. Many bugs that never get fixed in this game, but oh well, these things happen, I guess. Well, certainly they happen more in Onigiri than in most other games. Which is why it's received such mixed reviews over the years. It's got a lot of bugs, and most of these bugs have been around pretty much since the dawn of the game, really. Which is a bit of a shame, but most of the bugs don't make the game unplayable, they just make it awkward more than anything else. Boom. There are, to my knowledge, 2 side quests in Kyoto that are still glitched out and have been for several years. If you complete the Isn't a Partner quest in Kyoto before doing those 2 side quests, you will not be able to do those side quests ever. At least not until the developers, Cyberstep, decide to get off their asses and fix the bug. But it's been at least 3 years since that bug was introduced, so I'm not expecting that to be fixed anytime soon. I mean, even with major bugs, they can be quite slow to fix them. They introduced a partner called Genai shortly after Isuna, and the glitch with Genai, it didn't just affect the side quest, it affected it affects the main story quest. So players couldn't progress through the main story, and even that, it took weeks for them to fix it. So, something critical like that takes weeks, so something minor, months, years, if ever at all, so that's one of the things that pisses off most players. Personally, I don't mind really, I've got bigger things to worry about than things like this, but it is still kind of annoying, I have to admit. Oh, there goes again. I don't plan on helping her out much, but if need be I will. Depends on how much damage she takes, I guess. Which, in this dungeon, she shouldn't take much at all. Come on, you. Go. As I originally started playing back in 2015, I myself have actually quit this game twice in that time. First time, it was something minor, quite trivial overall, just a change to the game that annoyed me, but I ended up coming back because there was things I wanted to do in games, so ended up coming back to try and do those things. One of the things I wanted to do was fight and kill Satan, which I've gotten good at doing now, and I wanted to be able to create endgame weapons, which I'm actually holding one of those right now, so I managed to achieve that goal at least. And beginning of last year, I think, sometime around about February last year, 2018, I quit for almost a year actually in the end. Well, certainly for several months. Get out of you. Oh, there she is. That time it was just because of lots and lots of bugs and glitches and things that are really close together. It became really annoying. So every time they had maintenance, there'd be sort of the first day you kept getting kicked from the game randomly. Oh, we're at the boss room. Yeah, this is what I mean by the boss being a swarm. When you're in a party with other players, the number of monsters increases actually. Trying to get a full party in this game, even if it's only 4 other people joining the party, it's still quite difficult to get that many people to join in, so doesn't look like that's going to be happening today, but still there is quite a swarm that she's not fighting at the moment. Okay, wasn't expecting that. That's more like it. Now she's fighting. Yeah, so I did quit for quite a while because I was getting really annoyed with all these bugs and glitches and things. But, as always, I came back because I had unfinished business. I'm looking to fight Lucifer, one of the latest, well, one of the last bosses in the game. I think Lucifer at one point was the endgame boss until they expanded the story mode. But, yeah, I've not fought Lucifer just yet. I'm still not quite ready for that. I need to do a little bit of leveling, but mostly I just need better weapons and better partners. If what I've read is accurate, Lucifer should be weak to fire, so if it should be handy, if it's really low level and quite weak at the moment, so he's not going to do much good against Lucifer, unfortunately. And that's the dungeon cleared. They'd have to do a little bit of fighting in the end, but most of it I could leave up to Satan. That went quite a bit faster than I thought it would, actually, to be honest. So yeah, I did quit for... I think in total I was off for 10 months, maybe 11, close to that. before coming back. I want to fight Lucifer, I want to fight Mephistopheles, that's going to be a really fun one. First time you fight that bastard, you got no... Well, you can't use your own partner, you get given one partner. And it's weak to wind, which I'm not particularly well set up for. I use bow and staff mostly, so... And neither of those have really any good wind skills. I mean, bow does have tornado shots, but it's very unreliable. And not particularly strong, so I'll probably use wands, which I can use, I just don't like it much, to be honest. But those have more wind element skills like Kamaitachi and Spiral Wind, so I should do a... well, I'll do some damage anyway, but in the end I don't know how well I'm going to do against Mephistopheles. I mean, I can't even beat Lucifer yet, so that could be interesting. There's also lots more weapons I want to craft, more endgame weapons, so came back for that as well. Plus there's a couple players here I like teaming up with, a couple players I get along with. Not many, but there's a handful. This takes me back last year during one of the Ark videos. I referenced a player that I get along with, actually named an otter in Ark after her. This is the game she's from, Akimoto Kumiko. She plays Onigiri sometimes, not as much anymore because she's kind of bored of all the grinding and stuff and all the Redux events. They just put the same events out over and over again with slight modifications, but that can get quite boring to deal with. So she doesn't play a huge amount anymore, but she does still play every now and then. She's good to team up with. She's very strong, actually. She plays on this like really old laptop, but she can still kick my ass. It's good to partners have around, and she's kind of fun to talk to. So she's the only player I actually talk to outside of the game as well, so that's kind of cool. There's a couple other players I get along with, but haven't teamed up with any of those for a while. Mostly because I don't think they know I'm back yet. But hey, there we go. So that was taking on Momiji well on Hell, letting Satan-chan do most of the work. Went different to how I was expecting, but hey. Join me next time when I'm going to be doing a similar run, this time on Hermit Crab Grotto, which most players also refer to as Hermit Lag Grotto because the amount of lag you get in that dungeon is astonishing. I'll talk more about that in that video. Until then, just be cool.